friends. So what we're going to do today is we are going to draw a pie. So let's see the supplies that we need. We need crayons, we need markers, we need a paper. I'm using half a paper, and I have a whiteboard to first practice draw. If you don't have a whiteboard, you can use a scrap paper. Okay, so let's get into the lesson. So first, it doesn't matter how you place the paper. Maybe if you want a wide pie, you can place it in the landscape style. Okay, or if it's a small pie that you're making, you can put the paper in the portrait style. Okay, so first what we are going to do is we are going to draw two lines. Okay, so these lines are parallel lines. That means they don't touch each other, but they are going in the same direction. Okay, and so I'm going to leave like 4-finger space on either side. The first line is going to be a longer one. 4-finger space on this side, 4-finger space on this side, because this is this big. But when we are using a paper, maybe we'll just leave 2-finger space on either side. Okay, so let's see how we start this. So we are going to make a light line. Okay, because we are going to draw on top of this line later, so that's why I say a light line, and then a smaller line on the bottom. So smaller line, the first line we left 4-finger space on this side and 4-finger space on this side, but the lower line, I'm putting my entire hand and I'm putting leaving 5-finger space on either side. So on the paper, it would be we'll be putting 3 fingers for the bottom one. Okay, now what we'll do is we are going to make a curvy line. So we are going to make the crust of the pie. Let me look at a picture of a pie. Crust of the pie now. Okay, so this is like a wavy line. Got it? So from here to this point. So when you reach here, you're just making a C. So let's do it this way. This line is there. Okay, so on either side, you're going to make a C. This is a backward C and a C in the right direction. Then you're going to make those lines from here to here. Got that? Okay, now you're going to make a line from here to here. Okay, I'm going to erase off this line. This first line that was to guide us, we can call it the guidelines. So I'm going to erase that. You can just add some of another curvy line. You can either have a curvy line all the way like this, or it can be like a partial curvy line. Got that? Now the next thing is I'm going to make a rainbow. So from here to here. Okay. Okay. Now, so this pie is an apple pie that I'm making. So what we are going to do is, have you guys noticed, or sometimes, when you get a pie, if it is not already cut, if you look at a pie that is a whole pie, you will notice slits on the pie. Okay, So there would be like some slits made on the pie, especially if it is like fully covered ones. So these are like little raindrops. So you can make either 3 or you can make 5. So you can start 1 here, then 1 here, and put 2 in the middle, like that. Okay. So it may be a rainbow shaped or it can be a football shaped slits. Why are there slits on your pie? The slit is for the steam to get out. Okay, because otherwise everything will, like, the pie crust will burst open. Okay, so we want the steam to go out. That's why you put slits on the pie crust. So we have the slit, and now we want to show the steam coming out, right? So you can draw the steam like this S shape, backwards S if you want. Okay, maybe you can make it a little bit fancy, making a little loop inside. Okay, or let me show you another way we can draw the steam. So it's like a S, right? And then this part I'm making another S like that, touching the first one. So it looks like a bold letter S, backwards S, another one, only the tummy part. Okay, so if you want to add more details for the pie dish, you can add lines coming down like that. Okay, so now you know how to draw a pie. So now let's draw it on the paper, right? So let's take the paper. So what is your favorite pie, my friend? Let's first draw the first steps and then we'll talk about pies. So what I'm going to do is, as I showed, maybe we can leave 3 finger space on either side. Okay, so the first line I'm putting the 3 fingers. So the third finger, the 3 fingers, it should start from the edge of the paper. So here 3 fingers from the bottom also. Okay, maybe for you guys 4 fingers. You put the fingers like this from the bottom, like that, and 3 fingers on this side, and 3 fingers here, 4 fingers here. Now I'm going to draw a light line. You know the reason, because this is just a guideline. Okay, you should be barely able to see it. If you draw it if you press too hard, the line is going to be difficult to erase. Even after you erase the line, you'll be still able to see the where the pencil mark, where you have drawn the line. So we don't want that, right? Now the first line was 3 fingers. Now 4 fingers. I'm going to put 4 fingers, and almost to the bottom of the paper I'm going to put another line here, maybe like a little bit 1 finger space on the bottom. 4 fingers. I'm leaving like a 1 finger space from here. Can you see here? I'm going to like that. Now next thing, from this point, if you want, you can use your a black marker from the marker box to draw everything, or you can use your pencil to draw and then go over all the lines with the marker later. Okay, I'm going to first make a C. Remember the C that we made? a backward C, right? And then here I'm going to make lines like that, going from here to here. Got that. From here, you can do the same thing. You can go all the way to here, or you can erase off some of the lines. It's up to you. Now the bottom line, I'm going to, from this point to this point, I'm going to make a line, and I'm going to, you can make a straight line, or you can just go a little bit sideways like that. Okay, so we have the pie tin. Okay, now we are going to erase this guideline. You don't want that. Hope you guys can see the pie that we're making. Now, remember, we are going to make a big rainbow. So we are going to leave like 2 fingers on top. I'm going to put a mark. Okay, and my pie, it's not that stuffed, otherwise it's going to look too stuffed. Okay, I made a rainbow from here to here. Now, what else is, excuse me, remaining? We need to make the slits on the pie. So you can make raindrop slits, 3, or based on how big your pie is, 5 or 3. So I have the slits done, and the rest is like we need to make the steam escaping from the pie, right? So you can make it a simple line like an S and stop, or you can make it a little bit more fancy. Okay, now I'm going to make these lines on the pie dish. Okay, so that much is done. The pie is done. Now I'm going to take my marker, go over all the lines that we made. So you can start from here at the bottom. So using a black marker, so what is your favorite pie? Pies and Thanksgiving is like something goes hand in hand, right? I can't think of a Thanksgiving without a pie. So my favorite pie, I like all the pies, but if you put all the pies in front of me, the pie that I would go first would be pecan pie. Then the next would be apple pie. And what would I go for next? A cherry pie? Blueberry pie? A pumpkin pie, I like a pumpkin pie, but I like it in small quantities, like so. But the other pies I can eat an entire pie. So then that should be my favorite pie, right? A pecan pie, you can't have more, right? Because it's really sweet. So still I can have it like maybe more than a piece. So now let's make the crust. Usually from October I start having pie. So I'm waiting for the Thanksgiving to have my pecan pie, but I usually don't have pecan pie till Thanksgiving, so I'm waiting for my pecan pie. Okay, so what is next? Let me erase the unwanted lines. So you can make this an apple pie or a cherry pie or whatever pie it is. You're not seeing the inside, right? Really? So, but if it is a cherry pie, through the slits you would be seeing red. But if it is an apple pie, do you see red? No, actually. But that's okay. Maybe it's a strawberry pie, or you can put purple if you want. It's up to you. Maybe any fruit we can make. Orange pie, I haven't had an orange pie, but I don't know whether there is one. So whatever fruit you want to make a pie out of, maybe put that color through the slit. Okay, so first what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my marker. Small areas, it's easy to color with marker, right? So I'm going to use my should I make it red? Yeah, I'm going for red. So I'm going to take my red marker out and okay. Now the pie color is like a nice, you know, not too dark brown, but a light brown. Okay, so we can add that. I think we will use crayons for that, but for the pie dish, you can use any color that you want for the pie dish. Okay, so let me see what I'm going to use. Let me take my other set of crayons markers. Oh, it's here. So if you wanted to make it look metallic, you can even use black and color it lightly, and then you'll get gray. But this crayon box has gray in it. If you want, you can color with that. So I'm going to color my pie dish with a different color. Maybe I'm going to use green for my pie dish. So let me show you. The coloring is the same. You are going to color in sections. You're not going to color like this because coloring a bigger area with a marker is difficult, right? So maybe I'll use gray itself. I'm like thinking, should I go for that? Should I go for this? So let's see how we color. See what I'm going to do. I'm doing is like that. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to the next section. Now the next. This way you'll be able to color nicely. What is something else that you think of when you think of Thanksgiving? Most of you would be saying turkey, right? Yeah, being a vegetarian, I don't eat turkey. So turkey is not something I think of. I am super excited about pumpkins and pies and the families. Yeah, you get together with your family. That is another thing I'm super excited about. So okay, let's now color the pie. So the pie I'm going to color with the crayon. So I'm going to take brown. Do you guys help your mom or dad in making the pie? or do you prefer getting store-bought pies? I like to make pies myself because I can control how much sugar I add in it, because I said I like pecan pie, right? So sometimes when I buy pecan pie from shops, what happens is it's like super sweet. I like very sweet pies, but I don't like it to be super sweet. So I like to make my own pie. But sometimes if you're super busy, you don't have time, you buy a pie. This year we are planning to have a virtual Thanksgiving. So but my family, I have like immediate family, like my husband and daughters with me, so that we'll have Thanksgiving dinner together. We have all the dinners together, okay? Every day we eat dinner together. So I made this a little bit more darker, and here crust maybe the same. You can make it the same color. Maybe the whole thing's the same color. You don't have to make one part lighter. I'm trying to color my best without getting on this red areas. Am I making you guys hungry? I'm hungry. I just had my dinner. It's not, see, it's almost 10:30 p.m. when I'm making this list. Wow, how did the time go so fast? I was busy the whole day. Now it's the time I got. Okay, so I think I like the way it looks right now. So if you feel like you want the crust to be darker, a little more darker, go ahead, add a little bit more brown. Okay, that's all. I'm going to put the crayon back. I'm going to, for the steam, I'm going to put a lightly black. Let me take a thinner. Oh, I have a gray in here. If you don't have a gray, you can put black lightly. Okay. Now, we don't want to stop it this way. We want to color the entire background too, right? We don't want the background to look like that. So let's draw a horizon line. You can make the table, add designs for the tablecloth. Maybe you can add whatever fruit you have put for the pie over here. But I'm going to make it simple. I'm just going to make it like a checkerboard pattern. So I'm going to make lines like this. Okay, I'm going to make lines. When you reach the pie, jump over and continue on the other side. Okay, so this is going to be how my table is going to look. You can color with the crayons. So what colors should I use? Thanks, maybe I'll use the fall colors. Let me use my other. Let me think of the colors. Maybe I'll use orange, a light orange. Will that look good together on the table? I'm like orange and blue. Should that go well? Okay, I'm going to go with the light orange and light blue for the table, and I'm going to go with yellow for the, not yellow, dark blue for the wall. It's so difficult for me to think of a color, so I'm just going to make a pattern with this. See? Maybe I'll leave orange, white, orange, white. I'm not going to use blue here, and I'll use blue for the background. It is an orange and white tablecloth, maybe. Okay, I'm going to take blue, this blue. I'm going to start from here. I'm going to turn my paper. Sometimes I do this. I turn my paper like this and cut. Whatever makes you comfortable to paint, do that. Okay, doesn't matter how you are placing the paper. Try to paint in the same direction. Make it. Some of you color so well. I'm so proud of the way you are coloring. You're taking your time and coloring in the same direction. Awesome work, my friend. I know you know who I'm talking about, right? Most of you do that. Some of you are still trying your best to learn the smooth way of coloring. That's okay. You will get there, because for everything we need practice, right? Maybe you haven't had enough practice, that's all. Nobody gets good at something without practice. So remember, like the time when you tried learning how to bike, or the time when you learned how to walk. That time, did you get it right in the first go? No, you tried, and then now you guys can walk well. You guys can bike well, right? So just like that, with practice, you're going to get there. So don't worry. I think I'm going to stop. As I said, I'll leave this as like a orange and white. You can just use one color, or if you want to use two colors for the tablecloth, that also works, or whatever. If you just left your table color one color, that also works. Okay, so hope you guys had fun. making this pie with me. What I want you guys to do is take a picture and email me your finished work. I would like to see how your pie turned out, and also write your name, room number, your grade, and your school name so that I know who did the art. And have a fabulous time with your family. Happy Thanksgiving. Bye bye.